Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to get on here and let you um, just tell you some things that have happened in our life lately that have been significant. So, we, from the very beginning, we were very blessed with our first 2 years on the field having the same group of people here just supporting us, loving us, and that included even being here culturally. It's very appropriate to have house help because that's just a way that you can help support those culturally and grow friendships and things like that. And so our first 2 years, we had the same people. And then when we came back, we continued to be connected to those families. And one of the families from the very beginning, pretty much the last 2 years, it's been that whole entire family that has been a blessing to us. And they have just done so much for us, been there for us. When Dan had his surgery, Thomas stayed with them at our house, and they've just gone above and beyond and been there for us. And so, and we've also seen them walk through hard things, one of them lost their mother, and just the challenges that brought, and to see the strength that they still had through that, and just the different challenges that they've had this year. And with all of that, some of the things in our home have had to change a little bit. We had a core group of 4 wonderful ladies that would rotate in and out and help us with the kids, help us with things around the house that just were such a blessing. And one of the ladies, unfortunately, has gotten really sick. And so I would really just appreciate you lifting her up in prayer and lifting her family up in prayer. Especially during this time, I don't know what the rules and regulations are for people here. If somebody, ends up in the hospital, I don't know if they have the rule of, nobody can stay with them or whatever, because in Asian culture, you're supposed to have a watcher. You're supposed to have a companion. If you're at the hospital, you don't just go in by yourself. And so it just looks different. And so I know they're under a lot of stress and frustrations with that, and just, they're searching for answers, they're looking for answers, and we have both public and private hospitals here, and if you get Philippine insurance, for it to work the best, you have to go to a public hospital. So that's what they're dealing with, and just, it's hard. I know it's hard for them. I don't blame them at all for having to, change plans and figure out what they're doing. We've been very blessed that, there's still other people that are looking for work, godly women that, love kids and just can come alongside our family, because even though we're not going back to the States right now, we do have future plans to go back at some point. And so Dan wants to make sure that he's got everything, curriculum-wise and everything set up really well, so whoever comes in after him and teaches, they won't have to start from scratch, and they'll have things planned out. And so, and I've got different projects and things that I'm working on. So it's nice to have the extra set of hands when we can, and Thomas is at the age where, yes, like, independent play is important, but it's also important that he's learning how to share and get along with others. So just having somebody around that can play with him and encourage creative play and that kind of thing is very important. So, and we're trying to figure out, whatever we can to make this summer enjoyable. Whether that's sleeping in, staying up late, watching movies, eating popcorn, probably eating way too much popcorn, just different things, finding fun things for the twins to do, finding fun things for Thomas to do. There's just a lot of different things that we're trying to figure out, and then, these changes and stuff are happening. Now, I'm very thankful it's not happening during the school year, because it would be very hard to be super flexible during the school year and, to be a major problem solver during the school year. So, we are grateful that it is summertime. I'm very grateful to the Lord that Monday was not as emotional as I thought it would be. I'm kind of relieved, it's kind of nice to not get on a plane. It's a very long flight. So from here, we go from here to Manila, and that's 2 hours about. And then from Manila to Tokyo, or Manila to Seoul, that's about 14 hours. And then Seoul to Chicago, or Tokyo to Chicago, and that is 6 hours, I think it is. So yeah, it's just, and then we get to Chicago, then we have the long drive, so it's a lot to recover from. And a lot of us have been thinking about it, that if we were to go back for the summer, you go back, you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks, and then when you come back here, then you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks, and just figuring out how that would work with the school schedule, and just knowing that we need to be on the ground, we need to be flexible, we need to be able to do whatever the school needs done. That's a factor, and our visas are still in the process of getting renewed, so that's also a factor. But we know that the Lord is going to get us through this. We know that the Lord is going to continue to provide. He sustained us now for over 5 years overseas, and we've seen him work in amazing ways. There's been people that have loved on us and loved on the twins, even if it wasn't, from a physical standpoint. We've had people sit there and say, hey, can I go and get you diapers, or can I go and get you this or that? And it's been really special. We have, all these different Filipino ladies that have come in and just loved us and cared for us, and it's just a really special place, and as I think I mentioned this before, I don't like moving, and as much as I didn't think I would like the apartment, I do. And so, part of me is like, okay, Lord, is this a place that we'll get to stay for a while, a handful of years, and yeah, the Lord has provided joy, which, we should be able to have joy no matter what the circumstances, and He's just shown me that, how important it is to have joy and to smile, and how many things we have to be grateful for. Like one of the twins today just wanted to be held. So we just sat on the couch, and I just held her and cuddled, and it wasn't too hot, with the fan and everything. It was really nice, and I don't know, it was special. And a small group of elementary teachers were able to see each other on Monday, and so that was special and a blessing. Like, we haven't seen each other in person since before spring break, and the Lord's He's providing in ways that we didn't expect. It's not like we're going around asking, like, okay, Lord, I want this and this and this, provide in this way. No, He's showing up in extra special ways, and it means so much. And I even have encouragement and love coming from family. My grandma's sitting there and saying, like, I want to see you, and I know you want to see us, but I don't want you to get in a situation where, you're in an airport and you get stuck. She's like, we can video chat whenever you need, and just knowing that that's available, knowing that she's willing to do that, it just means a lot. And then the other day, while I was at the school, finishing up some things and had lunch with a couple of the elementary teachers, I also ran into one of the older teachers, and we ended up talking, we ended up chatting. He has been on the mission field since right out of college, and he could have retired like 10-15 years ago if he wanted to, but he has chosen to continue to serve and continue to love and continue to do all these different things. And it's just, he's full of stories, and it's like having a grandfather on campus, and it was really special to hear his stories and for him to share his wisdom and his love and encouragement and things. It meant a lot. A lot of times, that's just one of the things I end up craving with my grandparents or parents or whatever, and family is stories, and sitting down and talking and chatting, and realizing now that the Lord can make whoever He wants to be important in our lives. He can make anybody like family. It doesn't have to be a blood situation. And and another teacher helped put some things in perspective for me. And so I think we have a lot of reasons to have joy and to rejoice, and I know some amazing things are going to come out of this, and things are going well. I'm finding joy, in the little things, whether it's hearing one of the twins laugh, whether it's, one of the twins or both of them wanting to be held and cuddle, whether it's, Thomas coming and showing me some creation he's made out of Legos, or some picture he's drawn, or something he's made out of clay or Play-Doh, or whether it's Dan saying, I think I need to put these bananas up higher. I just bought this bunch, or, if I don't, Thomas might eat them all. And so it's nice. Thomas doesn't have any complaints. He's not like, Mom, I want to do this, Mom, I want to do that. Like, he's not complaining about the situation. The twins aren't complaining about the situation. And so, everybody keeps saying that they're praying for us, and we appreciate that. But we're okay. It's not in a bad situation. But, so that's just an update in how we're doing, and we're eating bananas like monkeys and having fun. So I hope you're having a great start to your summer, and we'll talk to you next time. God bless.